Hey friends, happy Monday, happy beginning of the week. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I also want to let you know real quick that I'm live in 3 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private group, there is a permission link in the description of the video. If you choose to click that link, that just allows StreamYard, my streaming platform, to pin your profile name and pick to your comments. If you choose not to click that link, that's a-okay. Just know that your comment will show up as Facebook user. I'll still interact. I'll still answer any questions. I may not know who I'm interacting with, however. And as always, if at any time during this project you like what you see and you think others should see it too, please feel free to share the craft love around Facebook and YouTube. Hit that heart button, hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all those little things that helps me get recognized in the algorithm. And with that, let's go to the comments. I see that Tony is watching. Hello. My friend Bonita is watching. Hello, hello, hello. Tony's watching from Texas. What's the weather like there? Is it warming up any? It sure has heck been, it has been hecka cold here in central Kansas. And I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. Bonita, I got to hear your voice earlier when my boss accidentally called your office instead of somewhere else. I almost yelled out, "Hey, Bonita," but I didn't, mainly because everyone else would have heard me yell. But Tony said that Texas has been cold and rainy. That's how it is today, but we're finally above freezing. Hallelujah. It has been super cold here. Super, super cold. And snowy. We've had snow on the ground 2+ weeks. It has not been fun. So with that, again, don't forget to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. And with that, let's flip the camera. So tonight we are going to make a Valentine's Day t-shirt. It's going to be a little bit different, so I'm not using a silk screen tonight, although I will be using this. This is going to probably be a part 1 and part 2 video, mainly because I have to let ink dry, but this transfer is actually 50% off in my at my chalk site. There are a lot of Valentine's Day transfers that are 50% off, so make sure you go ahead and shop those. Hello, Miss Margie. She said it's snowy and cold there. I think she's in Canada. So my chalk site is chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. So there, I'll leave that up there for just a little bit. There are a lot of Valentine's Day transfers that are 50% off. So go, and they've re-released a few that are from past years. So go ahead and check those out. It'd be a great way to get some Valentine's Day product. So this is one of the transfers that is 50% off. I will eventually be using at least the heart, but not tonight. But I did want to point that out. But I did take the heart. This is the size that we're going to use. And I folded a piece of cardstock in half, and I laid half of the heart on the paper. And so we're going to cut that out. I am going to try to cut, not with those. I try to save those for my transfers. So let's get a pair of scissors. And those of you that are watching from my group, if you don't, I kind of see that you're there, but if you don't comment, I may not be able to interact with you. So if you want to go ahead and say hi and tell me where you're watching from, I will say hi back. So I want to leave a little bit of border because this heart is the same size as this cutout. So I want to leave a little bit of border, I think. So I'm going to cut around where I drew, just to leave a little bit more, a kind of a gap between what we're going to do tonight and the heart that we're going to put back in part 2. So you can either use this piece, and you could do all of your ink daubing on the inside. We're going to use this piece. I need to make sure that my t-shirt stays straight, because I've had a tendency here lately to make very crooked t-shirts. That is no bueno. I probably should have made it bigger, but we're just going to work with what we have. So I'm going to put a little bit of placement tape on the back. You could use double stick tape. You could use Scotch tape, masking tape. I just happen to have this here. This is probably a little bit more expensive than what I should be using, but okay, so we're just going to stick it here. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit because I still want some of my design up here. And I'm just going to kind of stick that down. I'm going to move it just a little bit. Okay. So I have these ink dauber, or these paint daubers. So I think we're going to use these. Probably won't use, that one's probably going to be too big. So I think we'll just use these 4. These are a pretty good size. So I'll just lay those to the side. And then I picked out white, candy apple red, peony, and shimmer gold. And I believe all of these are linked in the cart link in the description of the video. And we do now have ink packets in little singles. So they look just like the paste packets, only they're ink. So I'm going to open these up. And I have to be honest, a lot of these, I'd say 99.5% of my ink tubs are the original ink tubs that I have purchased like 4 and 5 years ago. They last forever. And if you find that you prefer inking over pasting, if you want to sign up as a designer, you have the ability to pick either ink or paste as your base kit. I'm just trying to figure out how I should best go about this. I think I want red as the largest color, and then we'll do pink, white, and then gold. So I think I'm literally just going to, and these are a Martha Stewart brand ink dauber. I think I got them on Amazon. So you might look and see if they're still available. I like them because the sponge comes out and they're a lot easier to clean. And this plastic thing gives me something firm to hold on to. So I'm just going to stick it in here. And I'm going to use the lid. Actually, that's kind of stiff though. This pink's a little, we're going to see if this works. So I'm going to hold down my heart, and I'm going to have some going on the heart and some going off of the heart. Now this pink's a little stiff, but so I'm just going to dab it. You can also spin it, and that kind of helps apply a little bit more ink. So I'll probably get a little quiet during this so I can concentrate. But feel free, ask questions, talk amongst yourselves. How's your weekend going? How's your 2024 going? And I do have, you can see my ink mat peeking out. So I do have my ink mat underneath so that my paste does not seep through the backside of my shirt. It also keeps my fabric of my t-shirt in place. Just make sure while you're dabbing that you don't get any on your fingers. Okay, let's do some red. I'm trying to do this without getting it all over the place. I'm going to use what's in my lid for now. See, I've just a light coating. And I'm just twisting it just a little bit. And if colors collide a little bit, that's okay. Pink. I'm kind of holding on to that paper heart if I ink on it. Do one out here. Do one more. And we'll move on to another color. Okay, so there's red. I'm going to dip into my white. So I just have a little bit on my dauber. I'm going to come in here. A couple little pounces just to make that white stand out a little bit. It's going to get a little tricky. Try not to get white ink everywhere, and get red ink in my white. So on the white, I'm going to try to go up and down so I can kind of keep the color mixing at a minimum. And then I'm going to dab off onto that white paper so I can kind of I got a little bit of pink on there. And if it mixes a little bit, that's okay. The nice thing about these two is if this gets too dirty, I can flip it around and use the other end. So let's come out here. And make some more This may look silly by the time I'm done. I don't know. I'm going to probably stop here in a little bit and dry some of these. Kind of abstract. Okay, let's put that. I'm going to wipe that off so that doesn't end up on my t-shirt. Let's do a quick dry really quick. This won't get it all the way dry, but it might help keep some of my colors from totally bleeding. So Jason says, fun idea. So I can't take credit. Another designer, her page is called Tammy D Chops. She did an idea similar to this. She just took a piece of chalk suede paper and made a big heart. And kind of did it that way. Oops, take a little bit of time and I'm going to wipe my fingers so I don't get that ink all over the rest of my shirt. Okay, so might do a few more white just to even that out a little bit. Like some up here. That looks a little better. Okay, now let's come in with gold. I think it would help if I like the smaller circles, so I wished I had more of this size. I'm going to come in with some gold. This one, because it doesn't have a lot of surface area, isn't as firm or stiff as the other ones. So it's going to be, I definitely have to make sure I go up and down. So if I go side to side, it's going to get kind of wonky. Oh, I meant to do a different color there. Oh well. Another pink one on the right, halfway down, like in here. Yeah, I need to do a whole bunch more probably. And I meant to put a red one there. And I think I could flip this one over and make some smaller red ones. Yes, near where I put the gold, like right here. Like right there. It's so stiff it's stuck to my shirt. Okay, and then I think I need one right up here. And then let's add some more gold ones. Up in here. Okay, I'd like to see about getting I'd like to take a peek, but I'm afraid of lifting it up. I'm wondering if I need, I think, let's flip this one around. Let's see if I can do it without making a big mess. And I'll add in a few more red ones, but make them smaller. Like, I can even go on top if I wanted to. How? Oh no, let's go. I'll see if I can find these on the internets, and I will link them when I'm finished. But I really like these because it gives something really good to hold on to. I'm going to overlap these two. Oh, I got off my glass mat. Okay, now, can I flip it around? And add, oh, this pink is stiff. I might be adding a bit too much, but let's just a skosh. So I just added a little bit of water to my lid. I may live to regret that. The pink is a bit stiff. add a few more and then we'll be done, I think. I'm thinking though, let's add a few more gold, and then I think I'm going to flip this one around and do some more little red ones. Maybe just to kind of, I need or a different color. I just have some spots that I need to fill. How y'all doing out there? Sorry, I kind of went quiet because I was trying to concentrate. What do you think? Is that enough? I guess I could pull it off and we could see. Make sure I don't have any on my. Do you think I need any anywhere else? Might need a white one or so. Of course, the more I add, the more I'm going to have to add elsewhere. That's too much. Does that look pretty good? Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to put these on just so I don't get this stuff all over. Let's wipe our fingers. Jason says looks awesome. And depending on what it looks like, I may or may not use the heart on the inside. I definitely want to put some words on it. Oh, that's super cute. I like that. Does it need anything else? I like that. Now let's just hope I didn't get it crooked. Like I really think a really like a black script love. Like here's Bonita says, "Oh my goodness!" Like you could do like that's kind of small, but love could go in there. Follow your heart. But I'm kind of thinking if I can find it and not trip over everything. Let's see if I can find. So you need to go to Patty D Chalks if you want to see the original. Like, kind of thinking like that script on it. Let's get that one out and cut it apart. And this one is also, I believe it's also in the 50% off if I remember correctly. This one is called Love Shack. I'm pretty positive that it's in there. So let's cut this one apart. I'm not going to do it tonight because I want all of my dots to dry. So this will be part 2. But let's cut it and see if this is what's going to, this will work. I'm thinking that will be perfect. So in like black or even gold, probably black, just put love across the blank heart. So there you go. Bonita says, can't wait for the reveal, which we revealed the heart. So yeah. So yeah, just use any, I just used a piece of cardstock. I like to use things like heart shapes that I already have because it's easier to draw. I'm not a freehander, but if you're a freehander, like even a wonky heart would look good. So let me, I was trying to get to my mouse without making a big old mess so that I can, I'm just going to try to hold it up, see if I can not make a mess. So here is what it's going to look like. That's what it looks like, not laying flat. So I think that's going to be super cute. Definitely looks better without the paper heart in it. You kind of get a better idea of what it is going to look like. I also, let me flip the camera back around because I got in a few things. So I wanted to show you. Let's pull up. So we've been telling you about this, the color of the month. So I got mine in. So we'll try to think of a project to use them with. So you get a package of 2. Let me take that off. So these are the Bijou ink palette packs. These are color changing inks. They are the color of the month, and for a $75 purchase, you unlock the ability to purchase these. So you get 2 of each, and they are literally color changing inks. So they will color change in the sun. I do have a video posted on my business page of what it looks like when they color shift. These are super fun, super cool. So you get 2 of the sun and 2 of the sky. So that is the first thing. And also remember, our creative kickstart is going on right now. So if you spend $90, so spend $75, unlock the color of the month, spend $90 and you earn a free jar of Dear Diary chalk paste, which is this color. It's kind of a dusky, blushy pink. So let's go ahead and open that up. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's kind of a mauve-y, dusky pink color. Kind of a Victorian-esque pink. So you get that free if you spend $90. If you upgrade and spend $125, then you get Dear Diary and a Sincerely Yours chalk paste for free. So this is the Sincerely Yours. Let's go ahead and open it up. So it's kind of a deep, like an eggplant purple. Very pretty if you're into purple, which for me it would be a great Halloween color because I only use purple at Halloween. So those are a couple specials that are some of the specials this month. And then we have the Creative Kickstart promotion. It launched last week. So it includes some faith-based transfers like these. So God is good all the time. Let go and let God. Be salty or stay salty. Not today, Satan, or maybe today, Satan. So it's one transfer and you can make either of the sayings. There's a couple. One says woke up like this. The other one says main character energy. So if you're into theater, that would be fantabulous for you. There are There's a jumbo typewriter font and some polka dots. And then there is a mini typewriter font, the American Sign Language ASL font, Amen and Hooray. And then there are 2 transfers that have a bunch of patterns. So here's an example of those. And then we have the Dragonfly Vine, which also includes Welcome. And then if you are a music buff, there is Jazz Band and Big Band, Jazz It Up and Big Band. So there are 2 C transfers, and then there are 7 different instrument cutouts, like the trumpet, the flute, or the clarinet, the French horn, the saxophone, the violin, the flute, and the grand piano. And then we have the vintage labels and crowns and those cutouts. And then I was referring to earlier, part of the Creative Kickstart campaign includes the Creative Kickstart Perks Pass. So if you sign up to be a designer, you can choose one of 2 paste or ink perk pack options. And instead of getting a complete kit, you get the basic starter pack for paste or ink plus $50 designer dollars to use towards building your own kit. And so this is what's included in the paste kit. So you get your 50 designer dollars, you get the monthly club transfer, you get a 3-ounce jar of white, a 3-ounce jar of black, a fuzz cloth, a small squeegee, a multi-tool, a detail tool, your paste scraper, your transfer trimmers, and a 2-pack of board erasers. So then this is your paste perks pack. Your ink perks pack comes with your 50 designer dollars, the monthly club transfer, a 3-ounce of bright white ink, a 3-ounce of black velvet ink, a fuzz cloth, a small squeegee, a multi-tool, a transfer trimmer, and then an 11 by 23 ink mat that you can trim to make different sizes. Lots of fun things happening right now. Again, Valentine's Day is also 50% off right now through February 15th or while supplies last. So some of those will probably sell out. We also have the spring and summer catalog launching on February 6th. That's when it comes out for designers or for customers. And then I was trying to think, I think that's about it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. Be sure to come back on Wednesday for part 2 of us finishing our t-shirt, our graphic tee. This will be my long sleeve Valentine's Day t-shirt. So with that, yeah, come back Wednesday so you can see how it looks when we are finished. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. My apologies for not coming live this weekend. Weekends are just hard for me. I get sidetracked, I guess. But thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I hope to see you back Wednesday for part 2, and I will talk to you later. Have a great week.